Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jean-Pierre, and today we want to talk about whether or not migraines are hereditary. In my opinion, the answer to that question is both yes and no. Now, let's look at the numbers. Research show that if you have one parent that suffers from migraine, you are 40% likely to develop migraines yourselves. If both of your parents suffers from migraines, you are 80 to 90% likely to suffer from migraines. With that said, how can I possibly say yes and no with those big numbers? Well, research also show that the cause of migraine can be both genetics and environment. So if it is environment, just because you are predisposed to the genes for migraines does not necessarily mean that the genes going to express themselves. What allow those genes to express themselves is the environment in which they are in. Okay, so therefore, if you are able to change your environment to something positive, and we'll explain a little bit more what we can do, the likelihood of you having migraine decreases. Now, somebody once says, it's not that diabetes run in the family, it's that no one in the family runs. So we get passed down from great grandparents to parents and vice versa. All these little things that we do, the way we eat, the way we talk, the way we exercise, all these things get passed down. So it's not so much that our migraines is genetic rather than familial. So if we start changing the environment, then we can actually get rid of the migraines. Now, here are some tips. Exercise. Exercise is one of the biggest thing that actually gets you healthy, but that can get rid of the migraines. Now, when I say exercise, I do not mean that you have to go join a fancy gym and pay thousands of dollars a year to actually join a gym. You can actually do things at home to allow you to get the benefits of exercise. And really, all it means is to be able to do something every single day that elevates your heart rate and maintain it at an elevation for about 20 to 30 minutes a day. Okay, so it can be walking around the block with your dog. It could be what I like is those little trampolines, getting on there for about 15, 20 minutes at a time to get your blood pumping. Okay. Second, positive mental attitude. I can't begin to express how important that is. Okay, because your mind is the biggest component of your nervous system. So if you are feeding it junk that's thinking, of course that's not going to work. Now, if you are feeding it positive, that in itself can actually help. Perfect example, if you heard of placebo effect. Okay, what is that? Somebody has this major disease, all of a sudden you give them a sugar pill and the disease go away. How does that work? It's all about positive mental attitude. That person thought they were getting better based on something, now they got better. It sounds simple, but it really is. If you believe that you're going to have migraines, you're going to have migraines. If you can strongly believe based on the things that you're doing that you're not going to have it, chances are you are less likely to have migraines. Now, the biggest component of migraines is your diet. Now, I heard this cute story just recently. This lady took her boyfriend car out and wanted to do something special for him. So she went and got it waxed and got it clean. And at the end, she actually topped off his gas. The problem was that he drives a diesel car and she put 87 regular gasoline in it. Guess what happened to the car? You guessed it. It stopped running. So our bodies are the same way. Our bodies require a certain type of fuel to actually work properly. Now, when we're putting all this junk in, all this processed food, McDonald's and all this stuff, it's not going to work properly. And over time, that environment becomes inflammatory and toxic and results in migraine. So if you suffer from migraine or you have the predisposition for migraine, you absolutely need to stay away from food that has gluten in it. Stay away from any processed food. Stay away from wheat. Decrease your sugar intake. And one of the key thing is when you are predisposed to migraine because of your parents, the enzyme that you lack is the Mthfr enzyme. And what that enzyme does is convert folic acid to methylfolate that actually allows the body to work properly. So when you're missing that enzyme, that can be the biggest component of migraine. So taking folic acid or food that are high into folic acid, such as grain, gives you allows your migraine to actually get worse. So you want to focus on eating foods that are high in vitamin B. Vitamin B9 is the folic acid, but vitamin B12, the methylfolate, is more important. But you need to take both of them at the same time in order for it to work. I would actually take a strong B complex vitamin that has all of that stuff. But focus on the food that are rich in vitamin B. And we're talking about green leafy vegetables, broccolis, asparagus, cauliflower, beets, beans, peas, lentils, lettuce, avocados, papaya. I mean, you name it. If you can change the environment internally by eating properly, then that's a big component in getting rid of your migraines. And of course, next time we talk about some vitamins that you can take to actually get rid of the migraines. Now, if you have any questions, please comment below. But don't forget to subscribe as I come in and bring you more information on things that you can do naturally to get rid of the migraine. I'm Dr. Jean-Pierre. We'll talk soon. Bye bye.